I get that cash and I flip it, yeah. I get that cash and I flip it.
Hey you guys, it's me Cherry, and I have a story time for you guys. Just a little short story. And yeah, it's just something funny that happened, us being young. So I'm not even about to rant and babble and take 10 minutes to get into this story. We're just about to get right into it. If I'm a new face to you guys, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now. Go ahead and do it. Please give this video a thumbs up, and then also leave a comment because I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on the situation. Okay, so let me tell you guys what happened. This was during the summer of my freshman year in college, so I literally was like 19. So a friend of mine at the time, and we're back cool now, but at the time this was also somebody who I was always with on campus. Like, we always hung out. So a friend of mine at the time had got kind of like, I don't want to say in her feelings, but she basically was really sprung over this girl. And the girl was very crazy, very manipulative, and had just had a lot going on in her life. And she just, yeah, she's one of them people, and it's just like, sis, you have a lot going on. I don't know if she's like that now. I was 19, you guys. I'm literally 25 now, so some years have passed. Actually, no, me and her, we both talked about this. We know that girl's still batshit crazy. I was trying to be nice. That girl's still crazy as f. So anyway, we were all hanging out, but her and the girl were hanging out a lot. So I'm gonna call the friend Destiny, and I'm gonna call the girl Saya. So one night I went out because they had invited me to hang out with them too, and so we go to a hookah lounge. It's real chill, whatever. We're all vibing, talking, and me and Saya was actually kind of like, you know, we was cracking jokes and stuff. She seemed like a cool girl, really pretty. And Destiny at the time was like, you could tell like she was kind of a little jealous that we were like vibing and talking and stuff. But also, and I mean, we've talked about this now, at the time she also was like a lot more insecure with herself, and so she was very emotionally needy. And because of that, like, she just saw it as like, I guess like saw it as like a threat that we were hitting it off like that, because she felt like, I don't know, I guess it just made her kind of jealous. So that was the first night that I met Saya. Cool, everything was straight. So there was another instance where we all were going to hang out, where I think we were like copping a smoke or something. I was the one who drove at the time, so I would always pick everybody up. Saya would already be at Destiny's house, and I would go and get them. A little backstory on Saya, like, she would always have, she was sugar baby dating before sugar baby dating was a thing. So she always had mad sugar daddies, like, giving her money and stuff. But she also was prostituting and escorting too. Again, I don't be judging, but she had a lot going on. Like, she was very manipulative. She was used to lying to people. She was used to finessing them out of the bag. She was used to using people to get what she wanted, running them dry, draining them, and then dipping. And so we're all hanging out one day, and we're like waiting on like the plug to come by or whatever, and we're sitting in my car, and I can't remember how we got on the topic, but I think we were all talking about tattoos or whatever. And Destiny told me that Saya had heart-shaped nipples, and at the time I was just like, oh my god, like, I've seen those on Google some years ago, because I had seen them before plenty of times, but I thought they were photoshopped. I didn't think that you could actually get that done. So I was like, oh my god, I didn't know you could actually get that done. Like, can I see? So she shows me, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, I'm asking all these questions. I'm like, did it hurt? Like, how long did it take? How much did he charge you for it? And Saya is answering all the questions. Like, she's literally like, no, it didn't hurt at all. Like, he charged me this much. This is where I got it done. You can get all types of different shapes. Like, she's literally just like she's being cool. She's answering the questions, and in the end I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get that done. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get hearts or if I'll just get stars, but I want that done, because I had been wanted it done. I just didn't know it was actually a thing you could do. Like, at the first time I ever saw it on Google and Tumblr and stuff, because this was back when Tumblr was still popping. So the first time I ever saw it on like Google and Tumblr, I was like, oh my god, that's so cute, I want that done. But I didn't think that you could actually get it done. So then meeting somebody who actually had it, I was like, oh my god, this is so lit, I'm definitely getting this done. And she was so transparent about it, and she was so cool with answering all my questions. And then when I said I'm going to go get it done, she didn't say anything. Like, she didn't say anything like she wasn't like, oh no, I don't want anybody else but me to have them. Like, not that it would have made sense, because if I'm seeing them on Tumblr and Google, other people already have them. You're not the only one with them. You didn't invent them. And who's gonna see it? They're on your nipples. Like, I mean, she was dancing at the time too, so, but I wasn't. So it was like, who's gonna put us 2 and 2 together and be like, oh my god, the nipples are the same? I never have reason to show anybody my nips unless we're dating. Like, so it was just the thinking behind why she was mad was dumb. But at the time, she didn't voice that at all, so I had no idea. She literally was like cool in the car when I was saying, oh, I'm gonna get mine done too. She literally was just like she was like still like talking and part of the conversation and everything. Like, she never gave signs that she felt some type of way. And maybe it's because she didn't really think I was gonna go do it. Mind you, Destiny is in the car too. We're all talking about tattoos. Destiny is in the car too. So a week later, because I was so serious, a week later I hit up Destiny and I'm like, hey, what are you doing today? And she was like, oh, I'm not doing anything, da da da. So I'm like, oh, do you want to come with me to go get this tattoo? I'm about to go get the nipple tattoo. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go get the nipple tattoo. And she proceeds to like, and this is Destiny, this is my friend, proceeds to try and go in on me, talking about I'm a copycat, I'm a follower, and oh, I thought you draw your own tattoo, so why would you be trying to steal somebody else's tattoo, and that's so unoriginal. Like, literally was going in. And I'm just like, girl, you were in the car as I said I'm going to get that done too, now that I know I can get it done. You literally were in the car. Why didn't you say all this then? So we're going back and forth, because I'm like, girl, you already know my personality. I'm not no copycat, I'm not no follower. You know this for a fact. You're just saying this because you're jealous. Because at the time Destiny had a tendency to get very jealous of me, and it would come out at kind of like random times, and it would be situations that really had nothing to do with her jealousy, but her jealousy would fuel why she would feel some type of way behind the situation, because it would kind of be like a chance to try and like come at me per se. And so this was one of those chances. So she's like trying to say I'm a follower and I, you know, can't think for myself and all this other stuff. And I'm like, girl, you know none of that is true. Like, and again, we all sat in the car and talked about this. So she goes and she says something to Saya. And when she told Saya starts blowing up my phone, trying to cuss me out for wanting to go get this tattoo done. Then proceeds to go on Instagram and trying to blast me on Instagram for wanting the same tattoo. Then she was like on Instagram and on Facebook talking about she wanted to fight me. And she was talking about, oh, drop an address, I'll come right now, I just need an address, da da da. And I'm looking like, I'm not about to fight you over a tattoo, my nigga. Like, that would be the dumbest reason for me to fight somebody ever. Mind you, this is some 19-year-old shit. Like, you can tell we were young as hell. So I'm telling her, and she's trying to use that to paint it out like I'm scared to fight her. And it's like, no, baby, we can get it in, but it has to be a good reason, because I don't just be out here fighting, and if I can avoid it, I'm not about to be fighting over nothing stupid. And that is so dumb. Like, it's a tattoo that multiple people have. You're not the only one with it. Why do you want to fight over this? I didn't see the logic behind why she wanted to fight over this tattoo, and that's why I was not trying to fight her over this tattoo, because it just wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep at all. And not only was it not that deep, but I literally sat in the car with both of them and told them that I was dead ass going to get it. It wasn't like oh, I might. No, I literally said I'm going to get that next week. I'm about to set something up. No. So Saya is on Instagram attempting to drag me. She is on Facebook attempting to drag me, and Destiny is like in her corner backing her up, because at the time, again, Destiny really valued Saya's opinion and acceptance, and she had a crush on her and she wanted to date her. So of course, anything Saya used to tell Destiny to do, she would do it. And so at the time, this was one of those things. And it got to the point where then Destiny is going into, and I can't remember how Destiny's family got involved, but Destiny had like older sisters and older cousins that were also trying to be like, oh, we'll pull up, we'll beat your ass, da da da. And little 19-year-old me is sitting here like, first off, y'all grown as hell. Second off, or they weren't grown as hell, but me being 19, they was probably like, I was like 24, 25, trying to fight a 19-year-old. So I'm over here like, yo, they grown as hell. They trying to fight me. This random girl trying to fight me over this tattoo. Everything was just so crazy. So Saya continued to try and blast me on IG. I think I even got on IG and was like trying to go back and forth with her because again, we were young, you guys. All in all, we did not end up fighting. And then I also lived in the suburbs, so it's like I'm not about to be in front of my neighbors looking crazy because we're doing some ghetto in front of them. And then I babysit in this neighborhood, like my neighbors know me and stuff. Like I'm not about to be out here in the cul-de-sac fighting, like no. So yeah, we did not end up fighting. I never heard from that girl again. She had an ongoing beef with me though for like a couple months after that. Like she was still talking shit for a couple months after that, and it was just so stupid because again, like unless you sit there and you draw out the tattoo yourself, and even then it wouldn't be worth fighting over, but it would be more so of like a bitch, you really jacking my swag type shit. Like my tattoos that I have on my body now, I drew them all out myself. So if somebody were to copy my tattoo and go get the same one, I'm personally not going to feel any type of way because I have all the original drawings. So I know that I'm the creator of that tattoo and I've had it for the longest. So I know that even if they try and jack my swag, they really can't. I would have understood where her anger was coming from more if it would have been like a, oh, I sat here and I drew this out. Not a, this is already trending on Tumblr, this is already on Google. If you Google heart-shaped nipples, it'll pop right up. You're not the only one with them, so it's like, why are you trying to fight over this? I haven't been on her social media since 2013, but from what I remember, she was always like, mind you, very, very pretty girl, but very, very insecure. So she always would hide her face in her pictures. She would always like, she would delete her stuff and then she would put it back up, delete it, put it back up. But mainly like always like she shows her body a lot in her pictures, like she'll be naked and stuff, but she always hides her face. Like she would always hide her face. So yeah, I don't know, she just very interesting character. She just had a lot of stuff going on, but that's really the gist of this story. Oh girl tried to fight me over the tattoo. It was so stupid. We didn't fight, and me and Destiny ended up not being cool for years after that, and then actually rekindled our friendship like a little over a year ago, and we're able to like get back cool and stuff because like she's just in a better mind space, like a better head space, because Destiny had a lot going on too. So ever since then, me and Destiny been cool. So yep, so that's it for this story time, you guys. Please leave your comments below and let me know how you feel about this story. Have you ever had anything like really stupid like this happen to you? And yeah, I'll be waiting to hear about it. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next story time.